Portuguese, Mexican, Americans, Australians, Europeans, you name it. Just as much as we have versatility with the Formula One drivers, we have the same thing with their wives and their girlfriends. So on today's video, do not miss this, the girlfriends and wives of the Formula One drivers. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. With you, Manena, and today, as mentioned, we're going to be talking about the girlfriends and wives of Formula One drivers. This is a topic that is not very talked about, but I feel that every single day there's more and more people interested in the wags. I remember once I uploaded a photo of the Formula One girlfriends and wives on my Instagram blog, and somebody said, like, why do you call them a wag? Don't be rude. And I'm like, this means wives and girlfriends. I wouldn't know how else to call them. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. Awkward discussion. I know. So for those of you who don't know, let's learn a little bit about definitions the day of today. Whenever you see F1 wags or simply wags, this means Formula One wives and girlfriends, or wives and girlfriends. So today we're going to be talking about the Formula One wags and which drivers are actually single. So ladies, mark that list because one of them might be available for you. I know that's what I'm hoping. So let's start with Lewis Hamilton, shall we? He actually was in a very, very long relationship with the Pussycat Dolls ex-singer Nicole Scherzinger. I hope I said her last name right though. But at the moment, Lewis Hamilton is actually single. I mean, he has been on a few dates here and there. The latest rumor, Shakira. For those of you that are not looking, I'm actually moving my hips. Of course, I mean, it's just impossible to think about Shakira and not move your hips, am I right? Okay, so then we have Checo Perez, whom is married to Carola Martinez, and they actually have 3 kids together. Their newest son was actually born last year, a few weeks before the Monaco Grand Prix. Following up, his teammate Max Verstappen, who has been dating Kelly Piquet. She is actually a Brazilian model and hostess. She used to do a little bit of hosting for Formula E for a while, and she's actually the daughter of none other than Nelson Piquet, Formula One world champion. That's it for any of you who didn't know who she was and her last name sounded familiar. Yes, she is the daughter of Nelson Piquet. Okay, so Charles Leclerc, ladies, write this down, is single. He broke up in December with Charlotte Siné, and they had been dating for a while. She's actually an architecture student, and she does a little bit of social media, and she designs a little bit, and she does a lot of collabs, but they broke up. Carlos Sainz, on the other hand, has been dating Isa Hernández for around 5 to 6 years. I remember the first time I realized he was dating her. I was like, oh, well, Carlos Sainz is so good looking and he's actually single and we both speak in Spanish, so surprise. The moment that I realized that he had been dating for a long time, Isa was, they had been together for around 4 years, but they're both very private with their relationship. A little bit less and less every day, but at the beginning it was like, there was no clue for us to know that they were dating. It was so hard. Isa Hernández is a fashion PR. Lando Norris was dating Luisinha Oliveira, and she's a Portuguese model, but they broke up in 2022, so Lando as well is single. There's a few other single drivers on the list. I think there had never been so many single Formula One drivers. Is that like a sign or something? Because sign me up. Okay, so he's not a Formula One driver anymore per se. He's a reserve driver, but we all always want to know what the honey badger is doing, right? So he has been dating for a while Heidi Berger. She is a daughter of ex-Formula One driver Gerhard Berger, and yeah, they've been dating for around 2 years. They just became public not so long ago, and they were very private about their relationship, which is something refreshing. That relationships don't always have to be public just because somebody's in the public eye. I don't know, that's something I really admire. Oscar Piastri has been dating Lily Znaimer. This girl actually had an open social media, but I think with all this, hecticness that entails Formula One, she probably closed her social media because now she's untrackable on Instagram. And even though they're still dating, Oscar Piastri hasn't posted about her in a while. But then the drama starts here. As I was doing the research, and I'm almost certain this is not true, this is probably very false, I was looking for who each Formula One driver is dating, and it said that Logan Sargent is now dating Lily Znaimer, which I find pretty barbaric because not so long ago was Oscar's birthday and they were both, Lily and Oscar together, and it said that Lily and Logan had been dating since 2022. So I'm like, yeah, something's not clicking here. Anyway, this is very unknown. But if the rumors are false, which they most likely are, then Logan Sargent is on the market, ladies. Fully single. Esteban Ocon has been dating Elena Berry since 2018, and she defines herself as a digital creator. Pierre Gasly started dating not so long ago Kika Cerqueira Gomes, or Francisca Cerqueira Gomes, Portuguese model who actually, her dad does a little bit of racing and her mom is like a show host. So she comes from a very celebrity-like background already. So Formula One is probably, like all this whole media celebrity-like thing is probably not that new to her. Nick DeVries is dating Eva Bruggenworth. They have been dating for a while and she just looks so sweet. Like you look at her face and you're like, she's definitely a nice girl. She works in fashion in a jewelry company. So yeah, that's a little bit about Eva. Fernando Alonso is single once again. Those Taylor Swift rumors are very, very false. And he has been linked to another show host, despite him breaking up with Andrea Schlager not so long ago. Andrea Schlager is also a show host, but for Formula One, and this new woman that they have been linking him with is Melissa Jimenez from DAZN, but nothing is confirmed. So Fernando Alonso is single as well. For the more veteran Formula One fans, go run and get him. Then we have Lance Stroll. This is just it's a little bit strange for me because he had a very public relationship with Sara Pagliaroli, an Italian model, and then all of a sudden she stopped going to races and they stopped posting photos together. And even though I think they still follow each other, they don't like any other photos. I don't know if she was looking for privacy and trying to grow in her career on her own, or what was the matter, because no source says they have broken up. But social media kind of proves they have. So in theory, Lance Stroll is single, but he might be still dating his girlfriend, Sara. I was gonna say ex, but I'm like, if they haven't broken up, then why would they be exes? He might still be dating Sara, but if not, he's single, ladies. Then we have Valtteri Bottas dating cyclist Tiffany Cromwell. And what I love about these two is that they're not only a couple, but they're also business partners. They both have a gin together called Oath Gin, and the base of this gin is actually oatmeal. Alex Albon is dating Lily Hay. She's an American golfer, and they have been together for quite a while. We can see them together at the paddock quite often, and she's just so pretty. Kevin Magnussen is married to Louise Jorup, and they have one child together, and they're expecting the second one. So congratulations to both of them. Yuki Tsunoda is single, and so is Guan Yu Zhou. So we have around 5 to 6 single drivers. That's a lot, if you ask me. Nico Hülkenberg is married to Egil Huskite, and they have a child together as well. And George Russell has been dating Carmen Montero Montt for a while, and she just seems so sweet as well. She's in the business area, so she also seems like she's very intelligent. I mean, these Formula One guys really have very good taste in women, clearly. They're not only all beautiful and dressed really cool, but they're all super successful as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, see you again next week on another episode of A Girl Talks Formula One.